Hello, hello, Mind Body Food Facebook friends. How are you all doing? It is Sunday afternoon. We have been away for the weekend, catching up and finally having our family Christmas with my family yesterday and some of Beloved's last night. And we had a spot of bowling this morning with the cousins. It was all very wonderful down in Brisbane before we drove back home up to the range this afternoon. So along with all of our lovely, beautiful, generous presents from our gorgeous family, we came home with a bunch of these. Lollies. Lots and lots of lollies. Now, that's okay. The children hardly have any lollies throughout the year. They eat more whole food, nutrient dense desserts and sweets that we make from scratch at home. So we know what's in them. We know that they're nutritious. We know that there's good stuff in there. And because that they actually satiate our cells and don't induce cravings by our blood sugars skyrocketing and our getting a false sense of pleasure in our brain to want more and more and more of it to satisfy it, we can handle a couple of, lollies like this. So it's really lovely because one of the children, this is actually left over from one bowl of lollies that one of the children was given, and she's already decided she's had enough, she doesn't want any more, and these are giveaways. So out of this little haul here, I have pulled this out. Now that is a little mini chocolate paddle pop with M&Ms in it. So it's only tiny, like that's the palm of my hand. So you can see it's a mouthful, but I want to read out the actual ingredients in this one little chocolate paddle pop, because for those of you who know that I make raw chocolate, for the last 2 years I've been making raw chocolate, holding raw chocolate workshops. We've started our raw desserts at the end of this year, which will be continuing next year. And in my go-to raw chocolate recipe, there are 3 ingredients. There is raw cacao powder, raw cacao butter, and my favorite natural sweetener that I use in my raw chocolate, powdered coconut sugar. Now, that is my base go-to chocolate recipe. It's about 78% chocolate, and sometimes I make up to 85, 90% chocolate block, but that's my go-to one because I can add to it any kind of flavor and textures and aromas that I want. So just to compare that to this little paddle pop bar, here is the ingredients in this chocolate block. All right, milk compound, sugar, vegetable fat, milk solids, cocoa powder, very different from cacao powder, emulsifiers, soy lecithin, and a bunch of numbers. That's always great. Flavor. We need flavor in chocolate. Okay. Let's see. Cocoa solids, M&M minis, milk chocolate 75% is sugar, cocoa mass, milk powder, cocoa butter, cactose. That sounds appealing. Vegetable fat, palm and shea. Oh, no, no, no. Milk fat, emulsifier, soy lecithin, salt. I bet you it's not the good kind. Artificial flavor. Do we need flavor in chocolate? Okay, what else? Sugar, wheat starch, wheat glucose syrup. Now, for those of you who don't know, that's basically just sugar, okay? Colors. We need colors? Okay, so I want to read you the color names. Here we go. Titanium dioxide, Allura red. Tartrazine, sunset yellow, brilliant blue. They're all very, very pretty sounding colors, but do we need these kinds of artificial colors in our chocolate? Okay, what else? Vegetable gum, thickener, dextrin, sugar, sugar. That is what is in this little chocolate block. Now, that only may be a small amount, it's not as big as the palm of my hand, but compared to making your own raw chocolate with 3 ingredients that are all natural and organic and nutritious and nutrient dense, to this thing that has all of these ingredients in there, half of them, you probably listened to them and thought, what is that? What is that? Maybe you've seen it on an ingredients label before and you thought, oh, that doesn't sound so bad. Well, some of these things, all of these things, they aren't good. So I want to point this out to you because it's this kind of stuff that's going around at the moment over the festive season where, if kids consume too much of this stuff, if you consume too much of this stuff, this is basically just sugar, chemicals, and toxins going into your bloodstream, not nourishing your cells, making a chemical reaction in your brain that is activating the pleasure reward center in the brain. That is, of course, it tastes good. Oh, yeah, it's yummy. I want some more because it just tastes so good. And then you want more. And this is what happens when we have our our dopamine, pleasure center, reward center activated in our brain from having things that are artificial and not natural. We need more and more of these things over time to be able to get the same kind of false reward, which is a pleasure. Now, eating should be pleasurable because hunger is a natural pain reminder to eat. And we should enjoy eating because we're nourishing ourselves. We are giving food and energy and information to our cells so that they can combine together to create the neurotransmitters and hormones and all the chemical messengers that happen between the brain and the body to keep us in internal balance and function and do everything we need them to do. So if you're going to be eating this and getting a taste for it and then wanting more and more of these kinds of things, then that is not going to help satiate your cells, stabilize your blood sugar, reduce your cravings or eliminate them, and really help you to feel a good, stable mood without having those highs and lows of, I need more, I need something of this, I'm really tired, I'm fatigued, and I can't concentrate, I need some more sugar. So I just want you to be aware of this stuff. You can make good, nutritious, whole, nutrient-dense sweets and desserts to enjoy without the cravings that come along with them from the packaged processed junk. So that is the end of my rant for today. It's a well-intentioned reminder that you don't have to miss out having sweets and desserts and treats, but there is a healthy way to have those and enjoy them without feeling guilty about them, which is what a lot of people do once they eat too many of these. So please just think about that, particularly over the last few days, the last week, when many of you may be feeling really bad about yourselves and about your body and about the eating patterns that you've developed and maybe about the cravings that are taking over your conscious awareness and having you reach for more and more of these kinds of foods because you've now got a taste for them. So just be mindful of that, be aware, and if you want to learn how to make some more whole food, nutrient-dense desserts and sweet treats that are packed full of goodness and nutrients that will be kind to your cells and your body and your cravings and your brain chemistry, then you can check out my Healthy Chocolate Delights and Desserts ebook, available on my website in the store. And you can certainly, if you want to work more on reducing cravings and sugar things and all that kind of stuff, get in touch with me and I'll give you a hand there as well. So just be mindful what you're putting into your body because it all has a chemical effect in your body and you want it to have the right kind of one. Take care everyone and be good to yourselves. Bye.